Hi everybody, my name is Luke Fabish, co-founder of Digital Village, and today I'm going to be talking about customer-centric development and what that means when we are working on a project. So at Digital Village, we consider ourselves to be at the intersection of people, business and technology. And that can appear in a lot of different ways, but one of the ways is within our project teams. Because normally when we have a project team working on a project or a product or something like this, we have our customers and our users over here, and we have our delivery team like developers and UX people and quality assurance people over here. And then in the middle we have like these product leads / business analysts and people like that, and it's like these people never really meet, or not much. And it's like these people are matter, these people are antimatter, and these people are like in the middle, making sure they never meet and holding the fabric of our universe together. But this introduces like a lot of problems, because we're assuming that the information going from here to here and coming out this way and going from here to here, we're assuming that these amazing people can perform this perfect act of communication where everything that these people say they need and want can travel perfectly from one side to the other and perfectly make its way into the brains of these people over here who need to do something with that in order to produce a final functioning and working product. And so the question becomes, when these people are doing the build over here and these people are saying what they want and these people are interpreting and analyzing that in the middle, how do we know we're producing the right thing? And the issue is we often don't know we're producing the right thing until we get to the very end of like an iteration or a product sprint, and we get to, these people get to show it to these people and they say, oh, that's not quite what we wanted. And also maybe sometimes they don't really know exactly quite what they want. They have a pretty good idea, but it's kind of like, you know, art. I mean, people will say, well, I know it when I see it, and these people, they're waiting to see it, and they have to wait maybe a month or something before they see it and decide whether it's really the right thing or not. So what we would prefer to do is get all of these people in a group working together and building that product together and making sure that what is being built is the thing that's actually needed. Okay, so how do we make sure that what is being built is actually what is needed? So there are a lot of actually like kind of preconceptions about this. We assume that customers don't want to know what our developers are doing, and the developers don't want to know about the businessy kinds of concerns of some of the customers, but none of that's really true. What we have in this situation is the opportunity for developers to hear directly what the customers are saying and talking about what they need. And a couple of things happen then. One is they get to ask questions straight away. If they don't get to ask questions straight away, then there's going to be a bit of a delay in them getting the information they need. And what's going to happen? They're going to have to wait, and they're under pressure to get the work done, and so they're just going to make something up to get the work done. And then we're back to the situation where they're building the thing that's not quite right. So if they can do that, they get that immediate verification of that what they're doing is right, and then that's great. But the other thing that happens is they get to do the work, and the customer gets to see the work as it's being done, and that way they know that what is being built is the thing they need. And if it's not, then we get to correct course straight away, and that cuts down on a lot of waste, a lot of time that is wasted with people spending weeks building the wrong thing, having it reviewed, and then the customer saying, no, that's not right. And then everybody going, oh, I don't know what we do now. In this situation, that's not going to happen. And finally, and probably the most interesting thing, or the best thing, is that when people are talking about what they're doing and the work and what they want, is that the developers get to see the customers when they're talking about their frustrations. They can see their face when they talk about how maybe the software didn't work and then they had to call up their customers and say sorry or do something like that. And then they develop this really visceral appreciation of what's important to the customer and why it's important to them, and how what they're doing will ultimately contribute to the customer's success. And this creates a very committed team that really has a lot of belief in the project, and a team that I think is like really committed in the end result is a more successful and highly functioning team. So that is why at Digital Village, as often as possible, we run our projects in a customer-centric